back at Angel Spa for our talk show, and we're going to answer some more of your guys' questions. So let's see what we have today.
Yeah, let's see.
Right. We're excited. We haven't done one of these in a few days, so we're excited to be back. Okay, so this one is from Ashley. She said, my boyfriend has been coming home later from work than usual. He usually gets home at 5, but now he's been home at 8. Do I believe him that he's been working, or should I question his honesty?
Wow, come home late from work. That is a big problem.
I mean, I think it tends to happen a lot in relationships, as far as, especially when they're working with men, they tend to hang out after work and have a few drinks or beers, whatever it is. That could be a good, that could be a good
But
reason
what if
why.
you're not used to? Right now, suddenly he just do that. It's a chance, so sometimes you need to
People get hired all the time, so maybe somebody who he got along with was somebody who he decided to go to the bar where people get influenced very easily.
Are you okay with, your husband come home late,
I feel like I would want to know more details. Is the paycheck bigger, or is it just the time you're spending is longer there? What's going on? I need open communication about that. If you have told me you have to stay longer hours for a certain reason and you're getting paid more, then that's 100% understandable. I'm not going to question that, because I want to trust your honesty as I would want you to trust mine. So at the end of the day, if you tell me one thing, I would hopefully believe it, and then you can show the paperwork or the paper.
What if you just stay and hang out with friends and go out with friends? So are you okay with it?
As long as he's telling me, as long as he's saying that he's there.
Not bringing you, just he go alone.
That's fine. Sometimes you need some time to relax.
What about you, Linda? What do you think?
To me, if he come home late, I want to follow up with his action when he's home.
Right.
If he's still the same, nighttime he's still horny, want to have sex, or he just oh, I don't want it today,
Yeah.
So you want to see that, do he go out with other women, sleep with other women, or he just go out? So you need to follow up with his reaction, see what's changed, to make sure that he's not playing around with other girls, right?
And then I guess another little tip is turning on your location and sharing your location. That way you guys know where you guys are at all times. That's happened to me before, where I was wondering where my boyfriend was, and I knew his exact location, so I went to the location, and it happened to be that he was just hanging out with his friends.
Oh, okay.
But maybe if he is going to the bar more often, if that may be the case, if he's honest about that, him going out and going to the bar, maybe he's a little bit stressed out. So just seeing how you can relieve that stress for him in different ways that you can be around in and be that relief in his life. So, asking him if he has different things that are on his mind and being there for him in those times. I think it's a part of asking him, hey, you've been coming home a little bit later than usual. You usually get here at 5, you've been here at 8,
That's 3 hours.
How I miss you. I would miss you. I would miss him too,
Yeah.
So I would just be open about that. I would be straight up.
Yeah,
I don't have
then
anything
I guess
to
it also depends on the length of the relationship. A lot of the times there's not a lot of intimacy.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes it doesn't really I guess would bother me.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean by that?
When you're with somebody for a very long period of time, intimacy isn't a priority anymore.
Wow. So
What? Hold up.
After you have 5 kids, 4 kids,
No
you
way.
just don't feel the same.
It has to be.
I think that sexually is always needed. Always.
For men, I would believe yes.
For women too,
Yeah.
For women too. So come home late from work, kind of you miss dinner. Dinner is the most important meals for families.
Yeah.
If my boyfriend and go to work at 5 and he came home at 8, 3 hours, so he had dinner with somebody else, I wouldn't like that. I'd be like, how about we meet up for dinner somewhere, and then you can go out with your friends.
Yeah.
You can
Show
just share dinner
attention
with
to your
someone.
family first. Yes. I agree.
Come home late, 3 hours. You know, that's a
Yeah.
long period of time. But if you try to think like, oh, he's late, so I can spend that time for myself.
Yeah.
You know, you can go get a massage, you can go get your nails done, you can use that time for your personal needs, as long as make sure he's not dinner with other women, right?
Yeah.
Maybe ask him to make plans and just see, hey, today, do you have to stay late at work? What's the deal? If it really is work, let him do his thing and make sure that his career is a priority because you want to support him in that way. But if not, if he's going out with his friends, make plans and say, hey, I would love to go to dinner with you tonight. And let's schedule, you know, a reservation at a restaurant and we can spend some time with each other. And if you have a family together, then you can all spend time with each other. So just say that you're there for the support and the good time that he gets from going out to the bars or whatever he's doing if he's not actually at work. You would love to be there because ultimately it seems like you might miss him if he's coming home a little bit later than usual. But I wouldn't question his honesty. I think honesty is key, and you don't want to question that if you really, you know, truly love someone.
Yeah, but if when you see lipstick on his
Okay,
and then
okay,
you
that's
go,
true.
situation.
That's different.
That's a whole different
Yeah.
That's so
That's
okay.
a whole other topic.
Maybe you should check his clothes to see any perfume.
Yeah, any perfume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some lipstick going on, and then you start to be like, "Hey, I want you to go home."
Check
on
the
time.
car, make sure there's no condoms laying around.
The leftover panties.
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah. When you
gosh.
found paint in the car.
We don't want to scare her.
Yeah, no, those things are signs, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to search this for different things, different signs.
Check his like credit card, like, you know, summary, see where he's
Yeah.
been spending his money.
Do you think
Yes.
you should go through his phone? Is that something you guys agree with?
Not sure. If he's late 3 hours, you know, you should check whatever you can check.
Like, would you ask him or would you just do it on your own?
I think you should check everything from head to toe.
Just
I
on
think
your own
now- I
though, or
think
like
nowadays,
together? Like,
though,
hey,
you
let's
can
go through this
actually
together,
go
or
on,
what?
like their like actual you can actually just contact like the provider of the cell phone, and they can have you log in as if it's a connected account, and you can check everything without having to go through his phone.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
I think
that, but
that-
that's good advice.
I
I'll
think
take
the
that
main
noted.
thing, make sure that he's still sexually active with you know, after come home late from work. I think that's supposed to be fine. But
That's true.
yeah, if he come home and he, oh, I don't want it anymore, and that's a sign.
Yeah, he already got it.
Mm.
He doesn't
I,
want it.
yeah, I think that's the biggest issue. But if he's fine, you know, every night he come home like a tiger, so that's okay. You don't need to check anything.
A tiger.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh, I miss you so much. I'm really craving to see you. So I
Right.
think that's a good sign.
Right. You want it to the point where you're like, okay, chill out. Like, okay, I get it. Not like, okay, no. You don't get it at all. That's a good point. Well, hopefully that helps. I would just, what do you guys say to finish it off with the best advice?
I just hope that our tips were able to help you out. I know, you know, we do have a little funny moments. But you have to take this in all seriousness, because the relationship that's been going on for a while, and then like certain things start happening, you want to make sure, you know, that everything is going okay between you and him.
Yes, yeah, coming home late is fine as long as nothing changed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As
you guys
long
keep
as he
your-
still take good care of you in bed and.
Yeah. Alrighty, loves. So I hope we were able to help you out with our opinions, and keep the questions coming, guys. We love you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.